Well, Hillary Clinton is sharpening the knives and making it personal.
And the Democratic presidential hopeful launched a series of new attacks on likely GOP rival Donald Trump, and tonight, Trump is firing back. KCAL 9 political reporter Dave Bryan joins us now with both candidates' fiery appearances today in California. Dave?
Charges flying in every direction, and this was a day where there were a lot of really significant developments. Tonight, there's a new controversy about Donald Trump's comments in the Trump University case. Also, at a rally in San Jose tonight, Donald Trump brushed off Hillary Clinton's attacks as pathetic. But the Clinton speech in San Diego today may set the tone for her campaign this fall in the general election.
He says he has foreign policy experience because he ran the Miss Universe pageant in Russia.
Combining sarcasm, humor, and fiery attacks, Democratic presidential candidate Hillary Clinton portrayed Republican Donald Trump as an immature, dangerous amateur. In other words, a head case.
Donald Trump's ideas aren't just different, they are dangerously incoherent. They're not even really ideas, just a series of bizarre rants, personal feuds, and outright lies. This is not someone who should ever have the nuclear codes, because it's not hard to imagine Donald Trump leading us into a war just because somebody got under his very thin skin.
Clinton took no prisoners in what was a blunt, bare-knuckles attack on the Republican presidential candidate, taking a page out of Trump's own playbook, ridiculing his inexperience and bombast.
There's no risk of people losing their lives if you blow up a golf course deal. We all know the tools Donald Trump brings to the table: bragging, mocking, composing nasty tweets. I'm willing to bet he's writing a few right now.
I watched Hillary today. It was pathetic.
At a Thursday evening campaign rally in San Jose, Trump mentioned the Clinton speech 4 or 5 times, but never responded to any of the specific allegations.
When you watched her today, she does not look presidential, that I can tell you. It was so sad to watch. And, you know, she's up there and supposed to be a foreign policy speech. It was a political speech. Had nothing to do with foreign policy.
Earlier, as Clinton suggested, Trump fired back some tweets rejecting her style without any mention of the content, tweeting, "Bad performance by crooked Hillary Clinton." Reading poorly from the teleprompter, "She doesn't even look presidential." Then adding, "Too much failure in office. People will not allow another 4 years of incompetence."
Because she is a liar.
But among other things, Trump left unaddressed Clinton's charges that he has a fixation for world tyrants, like North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un, who called Trump wise and far-sighted after Trump complimented him.
He said you've got to give Kim Jong-un credit for taking over North Korea, something he did by murdering everyone he saw as a threat, including his own uncle. Now, I will leave it to the psychiatrist to explain his affection for tyrants.
After what she said about me today in her phony speech, that was a phony speech. That was a Donald Trump hit job. I will say this, Hillary Clinton has to go to jail, okay? She has to go to jail. Has to go. That was a phony hit job. She's guilty as hell.
Trump did get some good news when House Speaker Paul Ryan endorsed him after months of meetings and discussions. Ryan wrote, "I feel confident he would help us turn the ideas in this agenda into laws to help improve people's lives." Now, last night we reported on the dispute between Donald Trump and the judge who's hearing a lawsuit against his Trump University. Now, the Wall Street Journal reports that dispute has escalated tonight. The Journal quotes Trump saying in an interview that the judge has an absolute conflict of interest in presiding over the litigation, given that he was of Mexican heritage and a member of a Latino Lawyers Association. Federal Judge Gonzalo Curiel was born in Indiana, the son of Mexican immigrants. Some legal analysts say disqualifying a judge because of his ethnic background is absolute nonsense. So put that on the list of issues that are heating up, and the list is getting long.
That's a very long list. Okay,
Yeah.
Dave, so stay right here. We want to get your reaction to this new information. Clinton's Democratic opposition candidate Bernie Sanders is also in California today. Yeah. He campaigned in Modesto, where he also attacked Trump. Sanders went after the presumptive Republican nominee for his comment that there is no drought in California. Take a listen. And now the latest poll numbers released by the Los Angeles Times, they actually show Bernie Sanders in the lead by 1% with all registered voters. Among Democratic Party voters, Clinton's lead is down to just 4% now. And among non-party voters, Sanders' lead has grown to 16%.
Yeah, so Dave, from these latest numbers, it would appear that Clinton is kind of losing support out here in California. How damaging do you think this could be for her in the general election?
Well, it's certainly not the kind of numbers she wants to be seeing a few days before the election, and this is an important election. There is good news for Clinton in the poll numbers, and the news is that if the general election were held today, Clinton would defeat Donald Trump 56% to 30% in California. That's a huge 26-point margin, with slightly more than 1 in 5 California Republican voters saying they would either vote for Clinton or sit the election out altogether. But if she loses California to Sanders on Tuesday, that negative momentum could make it more difficult for Clinton to unite the party by appealing to Bernie Sanders and his supporters, who already feel the nomination process is rigged. And she may need those millennial votes to beat Donald Trump in November. So she's got a difficult task ahead, Jeff.